Spotlight too bright. Spotlight too bright. Game too nice. Oh, that's the worst MVP in 35 years. Not a top 5 player. Not a top 3 player. Not a top 2 player. Not the best player in the NBA. I'm glad it ain't me. I'm glad I ain't never said that, because I don't know. You let me know. There's been 3 40-point triple-doubles this season, and guess who got 2 of them? Ah, man. Oh, that's not Wilt Chamberlain. That's Nikola Jokic. Oh, how sad they are. 46 points, 12 rebounds, and 11 assists on 16 of 22 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3, 11 of 12 from the free throw line, with 3 steals, 4 blocks, and he was a plus 22 in a game they won by 9 points. Oh, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I don't know what to tell you. He also had a game-saving block against Willie Hernan-Gomez with under a minute left in the game. I've been telling people this is a two-way star. Everybody be like, oh, he only plays one side of the ball. Guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4 game-winning or game-saving blocks in this season. Nobody else has even more than 1, I believe. But y'all, people keep telling me, man, Cam, that dude's a fraudulent MVP. Swipa, you can't tell me he's the best player in the league. LeBron James just put up 56 points and 10 rebounds. Well, guess what? The MVP of the NBA, Nikola Jokic, they've lost one game. One in their last 9 games. I think they're 8-9. Nikola Jokic has a 46, 12, and 11 game. Aaron Gordon, by the way, 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists, 9 of 17 shooting. Oh, great defense. Great lockdown defense to end the game. Y'all, it was an amazing game. Shout out to y'all. Hit the subscribe button, by the way. Let's grow this community. 10,000 followers, 10,000 subscribers, 10,000 views on this episode. Let's just see if we can get there in the next day. Because you know what? Nikola Jokic deserves that from us. Did y'all see that performance? I'm not taking these sunglasses off the whole video either, because that dude is shining too bright, and I got too much respect to take these things off. Wow. By the way, Michael Malone got thrown out in the second half today. He was really frustrated with some calls that were not going their way. People I love. There's some people I love on the Nuggets Twitter side, Nuggets analysts, Nuggets beat writers who were basically counting the Nuggets out when they were down 8 with like 2 minutes left. But y'all, we've seen this movie too many times. You can never count out the MVP of the NBA. Anyway, y'all, the thing that changed the game tonight, man, they took Nikola Jokic off of Valanciunas and off of Willie Hernan-Gomez, and they put him on Herb Jones in the rest of the fourth quarter. Literally changed the game, and here's why. What they were doing, they were trying to run this pick and roll action, and every time they ran a pick and roll action with the big, what New Orleans would do, they would just have the big with stunt down low, and then he would get the ball right in that little restricted area, and again, get a hook shot, get a floater, or kick it out for a three-pointer, and that would cause the Nuggets some issues in the second half. So what they decided to do, we're going to put Nikola Jokic on Herb Jones, because they're not going to run that with Herb Jones, because Herb Jones can't dive, because that way you have Aaron Gordon, who's coming as the weak side defender, who had a great block on Jonas Valanciunas for a dunk attempt today. So when they put Herb Jones and Nikola Jokic on Herb Jones, what it did is every time they ran that 2-man action, they had Jeff Green on the big, Aaron Gordon guarding Brandon Ingram. Every time they tried to run that pick and roll, they would just switch it, and then that way Aaron could just flow back with the big, and it cut that whole motion out. Y'all, that's one of the best defensive adjustments I've seen in the NBA this season. I've watched a lot of basketball. One of the best defensive adjustments I've seen in the entire NBA, because it was done on the spur of a moment, and they saw one thing that the Pelicans were trying to do that they were doing really well, and it literally changed the game. Because once they couldn't just kick it out to a three-pointer or have a rolling big, literally they stopped scoring. They stopped scoring. Y'all, I mean, what else do we need to say and add on to this conversation, man? Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA. He has this Denver Nuggets team 12 wins over 500 without Jamal Murray and without Michael Porter Jr. healthy all season. He only played the first 9 games of the year. They're integrating Boogie Cousins. They're integrating the bench. They didn't have a good game. The bench didn't play super well. Austin Rivers had a good game, not scoring but playing defense. By the way, I love Austin Rivers as a defender. Obviously praying for Will Barton. He looked like he rolled his ankle a little bit. I thought it was going to hurt them because they didn't have like that secondary playmaker besides Monte Morris at the guard position, but Austin played elite defense on CJ McCollum. But the thing is, man, having Austin Rivers, having Aaron Gordon in the lineup with Monte Morris and Jeff Green and Nikola Jokic, or really even JaMychal Green in for Jeff Green, it's just such an elite combination because they are just able to play such good defense, perimeter, and then also have a wing defender. And again, Nikola Jokic is not going to be, you know, Jared Allen on the inside or even Marc Gasol, 2012, 2013 Defensive Player of the Year. But what he is going to be, he's going to be a player that knows what to do with his body, how to position his feet, how to get his hands in the lanes, and how to disrupt passes, and how to even disrupt you from getting to the basket. He's not a great at the rim defender, but he's great at keeping you from getting to the rim, especially on hedging, on pick and roll. So it was an incredible performance. Don't let nobody tell you any different. Don't let nobody slander Nikola Jokic. Don't let nobody slander the Denver Nuggets. This is a team that's going to be able to compete. And everybody can say what they want. Oh, it's just the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, guess that the New Orleans Pelicans can put it on teams. They have won 4 straight. They're one of the hottest teams in the NBA. Since C.J. McCollum has been there, they've been a completely different team. They are trying to make the play-in. I think they're what are they, 9th right now? What are they, 9th? What are they, 9th? So I'm just saying, man, like, the Pelicans are sitting here. They're tied for the 10th seed. They were in the 10th. They're in the 10th seed now. They're looking for the 9th and the 8th seed. And so the Nuggets were able to put 2 more wins together. Now they're only a game behind the Mavs for 5th, and they are 2.5 games behind 4th. But they're 2.5 games above the Timberwolves, which is important because the Timberwolves won 4 straight. And the Nuggets got the Warriors tomorrow. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, they are putting together a very, very good season. This season with Nikola Jokic in the lineup, what are they? 36 and 21. They're 15 games over 500 with Nikola Jokic playing this season with no other all-star player, missing all these players in the lineup: Jeff Green, Monte Morris, Will Barton, Aaron Gordon, and they're still getting it done. Look, man, I know the standings, I know the narrative. I think Joel Embiid is a great player. And I was even frustrated during the game because I was frustrated because Nikola Jokic had such a great opportunity to turn on the Jets and really go and be a scorer if he wanted to. But he didn't want to early on, again, because he's just trying to play the game the right way. But literally, I think he had 23 points in the fourth quarter. 23 points in the fourth quarter. Let me check on my dog Hoop Venue. Because I want to say he had 23 points in the fourth quarter by himself. Yo, Nikola Jokic had 30 points on 91% shooting in the fourth quarter in overtime. He had an 84.3 true shooting tonight on 72.7% from the field. And he was a plus 20 in a game they won by 9 points. Like, and then y'all, like, the thing was, they had a breakdown in the overtime session where they were only up 1. They were getting it down to the shot clock. And Nikola Jokic literally got the ball from Monte Morris. He stepped back on the right wing, shot an arcing fadeaway three-pointer, and it went in all but nothing but net. But that's the thing, when Jokic's in those grooves, when he's in one of those modes, there's nothing you can actually do to stop him from playing well. Like, the Nuggets won by 8 tonight, and he had 46, 11, and 12, and he was a plus 20. Like, there's so much more we can talk about with this game. I want to shout out to Monte Morris playing really stretched down the key, really great down the stretch. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists on 7 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a plus 15. He hit some clutch shots in the fourth quarter and overtime. Jokic doesn't get this win without Monte Morris, without Aaron Gordon going from 28, 8, and 2. Maybe one of his, I think it's like fourth best game of the season, I think, this season. Like, he was great this year. Will Barton had 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He was 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, and he was a -1 tonight. But again, they was a -1. The starters were kicking it. They were destroying. The starters were up like 34-13 in the first quarter at one point, and then the bench came in, and they were really struggling after that point. But man, they played really well. I mean, JaMychal Green had 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a -4, but he played really well. JaMychal Green played really well tonight. Very strong defense. He got some strong dunks, strong offensive rebounds and putbacks. Bryn Forbes had 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, -2. Bones Highlight had a great game, 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He had 9 points and 3 assists in his first stint tonight. He had 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and a -7. And y'all, Brandon Ingram, man, let me give him his flowers, man. Brandon Ingram tonight, 38 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists on 12 of 24 shooting, 3 of 7 from 3, 11 of 13 from the free throw. He was a -8, and C.J. McCollum at 24, 5, and 9. That's a great combo. And the Nuggets really struggle sometimes without Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. So let me say that correctly. They really struggle when they have 2 volume scorers to have to defend on the perimeter because that's a lot. You only have one of Aaron Gordon, and Aaron Gordon already has so much responsibility. But Aaron Gordon played really good defense on Brandon Ingram tonight. So, y'all, this was an excellent game, amazing game. I might even talk about this a little bit more later, maybe tomorrow or something like that. But I just got to shout out. MVP of the NBA did his thing, 46, 12, and 11. No one else in the NBA doing what he's doing this year, y'all. Hey, SwipaCam, keep it cool. I'm going to see y'all soon.